I think that the common theme that I'm seeing, at least amongst fans and people that follow BGSU hockey, they're seeing a bunch of guys that have, really produced in this program, all elect to transfer. What would be the message to people right now for the reasoning behind why so many guys are leaving all at once right now?
Well, first of all, we appreciate them being concerned and their interest and their passion. Second, what I would say is that each of our senior players, and we had 10, each of their own individual situations is unique. We did not have the ability to bring all 10 back. Let's just say in a perfect world, we would not have had that ability, whether it be what position they play, who we have coming in as recruits. Some of them have pro aspirations, where they're at in how old they are. There's a lot of unique factors that come with hockey. And the simplest way to put it, Jordan, honestly, is we had 10 seniors, which is probably the most of any college team in the country. And, in my conversations with head coaches across the country and advisors and people in the NHL, nobody really knew how the end of this year was going to go. Just because this was new. No one's ever been given a free year before. And, with hockey, our guys come in a little older, so, we've got guys that are juniors that are 24 years old. I mean, that's, some people are married and have a kid or two by then and are in the working world. So that's a unique scenario for us. And then we don't bring kids in to redshirt them. Right. So that's another unique piece to this, that in some other sports, people are familiar with a red shirt or a grad transfer based on certain things. So the way we approached this year, Jordan, was we wanted to, out of respect to this group and this year's team, go through this year and focus on this year. And we had meetings with our guys as a group. We had meetings with them individually just to tell them that the focus needs to be on this year for you individually and for the team collectively. And then at the end of the year, we'll figure out what works best for each of you. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
Can you understand the concern on the other side when you're seeing big names and guys that have produced in a BG uniform elect to leave? Can you understand the concern on the other side from people that are like, oh no, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the concern because it's new. The reality is those players are all graduating. Every single one of our 10 seniors is getting their degree. They're going to graduate in 4 years, which is awesome. And we're incredibly proud of them for that. But I get what's going on. And again, like I said, every individual case has been unique. And we're trying to navigate this once in a lifetime process the best we can. So we're, we've got kids that are freshmen coming in that we're really, really excited about. We believe we have some juniors and younger guys in our program, underclassmen that are prepared and working toward accepting a larger role, which, would have happened due to graduation. This year, it's just unique that they go in the portal. And some of the guys are going in the portal because they want to see what's out there. Some of them are going into the portal because their opportunity is potentially, in terms of playing time, potentially better than it was here, or was going to be here based on what we have coming in. And some are going to the portal because right now what's happening at the next level from a pro standpoint is really unique. You know that we've had guys, whether they're drafted guys or free agent guys, have signed NHL contracts right from the last game, and it happens pretty quick. Right now, and we're talking to everybody on both sides of the issue. We're talking to our players, we're talking to their advisors, we're talking to people on the NHL level, and really nobody gives us the same answer. It's just a unique time. If you talk like, okay, so the Walleye aren't playing. So there's, we might have 2 or 3 guys that would have accepted an opportunity to go play for the Walleye if they were playing. And then, because the American Hockey League doesn't have as many teams this year, the teams that are playing in the East Coast League are really, really good. And then the American League teams are really, really good because they've got 5-6 guys sitting out who are on NHL contracts. So the opportunity for a guy to to go play in the American League this year isn't necessarily there. And then you combine it with right now, the timing of it, NHL free agency is going on right now, and teams are saying, well, we don't even know how many NHL contracts we have right now, and we don't know how many we'll have at the end of the week. So it's a crazy, unique, difficult, frustrating, stressful time for everybody. That's the reality.
At BGSU, when you have 10 guys like that, I mean, how do you financially, financially, I don't know how you keep that many extra scholarship guys on. Like, basketball, Daquan Plowden decides to come back for an extra year. That's one extra scholarship they're going to keep back, or Trey Diggs, or, 2. But in hockey, if you got 10 seniors, it's how do you financially possibly keep up with that if there's that many guys that decided to would have come back?
Yeah, it would have been especially in the pandemic we're going through, and where budgets are, everybody's been stung by this. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the NHL or Bowling Green University. There is no chance it would have been possible for us to, if all 10 wanted to come back and we had the opportunity for them that they wanted, if all 10 would have wanted to take advantage of that, we couldn't have financially been able to handle that, right? Because the thing that I don't think everybody understands is, so we get 18 scholarships, and we're thankful that we get the 18, but there are other sports that have more scholarships than kids that actually play in a game. We're the opposite. We have more kids play. We dress 21 for a game, and everybody but the backup 2 goalies play. So we have 19, 20 kids play in a game, and we only have 18 scholarships. And some of our guys on scholarships are sitting in the stands maybe on any given night. So it's different, and so would we have been able to bring all 10 back? There's no way, because that money is above and beyond our allotted 18 scholarships, right? And so to go, across the hall and ask the administration, hey, can I have, 10 extra scholarships? I think I know what the answer would have probably been, and it would have been difficult. So then you have to get into the question, like, okay, so if we don't have a bunch of extra scholarships available, then we have to dip into our 18, right? And some of those kids, we have kids committed and that we've recruited that we're really excited about, that they believe they're coming to Bowling Green next fall. And so now we don't want to lose that kid, because we really like him, and he's going to be really good for us. And now, we risk losing a really good kid who we can have for 3 or 4 years to keep one kid for an extra year. So that there's a financial piece to it. There's an opportunity piece to it. The other thing, Jordan, I touched on it, our guys typically come in here a little older, right? And so the recruiting process from, let's just say we start recruiting them when they're in junior hockey in 11th grade, and then it gets more serious as they're seniors in high school and in junior hockey. It's a 6-7 year, relationship, which is a cool thing for us, but that's a long time for a lot of reasons. And, some of our guys are going in the portal, like I said, because their opportunity at Bowling Green isn't what they would be comfortable with because of people we have coming in. Some are going in because they'd like to see what's out there. Some are going in for a change. I think I got it. They're using their advisors who, and they're talking to their family, and maybe it's time for me to change. Maybe I need to go reinvent myself, because maybe the opportunity that I thought was going to be there in pro hockey isn't there. So there's a lot of reasons. All of them are, like I said, concerning and stressful, but we're navigating the process just like everybody else, because it's new and different. But and the other thing is, we want what's best for these guys. Honestly, we've got there are some of these guys that are in the portal that we are really, really, really actively trying to help. We're calling other Division I teams saying, hey, are you looking for this? Because there's a kid here that's been everything we've asked him to be over the course of his time here. He's leaving with his degree. He's been a great person. He's been a great representative. We don't have room. So do you have room? And we're hoping that we can help as many of those guys as possible. And the other side of it too is, I think it's a little bit of just kind of what you deal with in today's college athletics. There are more people in in the portal in every sport, then there are opportunities. That's just the reality. And so why wouldn't I, as a senior, see what's out there? You know, and if it's not an opportunity that makes sense for me academically, because you have to go to grad school, you know, if it makes sense for me financially, is there a scholarship that's coming with it? And then is there an opportunity for me to play in a role I want? You know, so I hope it works out for everybody. You know, we do have, you know, Sam Craigs, who's a senior, wants to pursue his master's here in the field he majored in here, which is a positive. So we're keeping Sam, and just like, you know, we're looking at the portal from a addition standpoint as well. You know, right now it looks like we just have a lot of subtractions and things leaving and going out, and that causes concern. But we're also, you know, trying to find the right people that fit here and help us. You know, no one's goal who's involved in this program on a daily basis is for us to go backward. We want to continue to advance this thing forward. Just like, you know, when Brandon Cruz and Max Johnson and Connor Ford and Cam Wright and Carson Muster and Eric Dopp and Justin Wells and Gavin Gould and Sam Craig, all these guys came in, you know, we asked them to try to leave Bowling Green better than they found it. And they have. So they've got degrees. We're proud of them, even though some of these conversations, quite frankly, have been really difficult. You know, there's been tears. There's been, you know, we're trying to figure out how we help. They're trying to figure it's tough on them too. But they've left Bowling Green better than they found it. And you know, so that now it's time for the next group of guys to leave it better than they found it. And whether that be, you know, we've got, quite frankly, a bunch of empty stalls in our locker room because of the number of seniors we had. And those stalls are going to be filled with, whether they be freshman players that we've recruited and we believe are really good, and it's their turn to come in and their time to come in and help and make an impact on this program, or a transfer that we believe fits that wants to be at Bowling Green because they feel like it's the next best opportunity for them in their hockey career and their educational career.